All right. So, hello. And as you're hopping on, please say hello. Let me know that you're here. Thank you so much for your time and attention. So, something that I have been talking with a lot of people about is that they're so busy, that there's never enough time, that they're just burnt out and doing all the things and then not getting where they want to go from month to month. And so I this has become a reoccurring theme. And so I thought I would address it and give some ideas on what that is. Of course, we all know what that is, but how to create some solutions to help you to gain control of the time, right? So there's lots and lots of great strategies and everything everybody posts about time management. Well, the funny thing is that you can't manage time, right? Like time just is, but we can manage what we do with it, right? And so many of us, we are holding so many different hats, right? Like if you're a mom and you're a wife and you're an entrepreneur and you're an employee and you're like building your business, the list goes and. And you just end up with so much on your plate and not enough time in the day. And then at the end of the day, you're exhausted and burnt out and then being like, okay, either I accomplished a few things or nothing got accomplished or. So, here are some tips on how to make the most of your time. So, the first thing that can be really, really helpful is time blocking. So, getting your calendar, whether that's a in-person calendar. Oh, right? You saw the title and had to hop on. Yes. So, getting a calendar, whether it's in your phone or on your laptop or a handwritten one, not handwritten, a book like this, and going in here and doing what they call time blocking. So, or I like to call it your CEO schedule, right? Because you are the CEO of your life. You are the one that is in control of your time, and this is your life. This is, we need to take charge. So, I like to color code everything. So, and I almost map it out from the time I wake up until the time I go to bed. And so when I first wake up, and I used to wake up just a couple minutes before my kids woke up, and then you just rush off into the day. And that's how I survived. I was not thriving though. So I make sure to get up before my kids. And it's kind of unfair because they tend to get up earlier and earlier and earlier, so then I would have to get up earlier. And now I just go with the flow, and if they're awake while I'm awake, then that's fine, but they're doing their thing and I'm doing mine. So I get up and I choose to study. I read, I nurture myself. You could use that time to work out and to maybe work out and study at the same time. I read and I write, and I get really clear on, just nurturing my soul, nurturing my needs, right? Because if you are pouring from an empty cup, then we all know what that leads to. You're just overwhelmed and you have to take time for yourself. So start out with you first. Okay? So if that means getting up 30 minutes before the kids or before you normally do, start to get ready for work, then do that. And then, map out your day. So, and I even have my, you know, I have a meeting with my clients in the morning. I have, a certain block of time for getting the kids to school and getting ready. And then, you know, what my day looks like after that. And then I have open spaces for where people can schedule appointments. And I actually have like 15-minute blocks spread throughout my day for visualizing, because it's so important. We get so into the grind. We are so conditioned to just be in action, and we feel like we have to be in action all the time or nothing's going to happen. And I have learned that we have to create that calm, quiet space to really get refocused and brought back to that direction, that focus of what we're creating and what we're doing all this for, right? So giving yourself some space and time to do a little meditation or take a quick nap, or to just really get refocused and visualizing like what your dream is, what that goal is. So I have 3 different spots in my schedule put in there for visualization. And then this is one that took a lot of practice, is I have an end to, like, as soon as I have to go get my kids at 3 o'clock, work is done, and then it's family time. And I literally have family time in my schedule, right? And my old habit was to work all the time, and then my family didn't get the focused attention. And they're the whole reason I'm doing what I'm doing, right? And and it wasn't fair to them, and they were learning to hate my what I did, and that's not what I wanted. So it's taken practice, and I'm not always great at it, but I'm getting better at, making sure that once I go get my kids, that you know, work is done, unless I schedule a meeting or something after they go to bed. So that time blocking, having, personal time a certain color, and work things a certain color, business meetings a certain color, trainings a certain color, all of those things color coded. That way, when you can look at your schedule, and I don't have a good visual for you because I don't have it all color coded, but you can look at your schedule and you can see where your white spaces are. Your white spaces are where there's open space for you to, do your laundry or to go grocery shopping or whatever that is, right? But you look and you can see where all of your time is. And then comes the next part, is sticking to that time blocks, right? So it's great to create the time blocks, but then you're going to have to learn to, okay, I have 30 minutes to do my contacting and reach out, right? And then I have 30 minutes to respond to everybody that I connected with, right? But only sticking within those time blocks, okay? Um, this is so helpful, and it helps you to be really intentional with what you're doing during those certain times. Okay, so the next idea that I have is, you have certain goals for the day, right? So writing down 6 daily actions. And so the top daily actions, and these are goal achieving activities. So when I first started this, I wrote down, okay, I want to close a client, or I want to, I put the result that I wanted instead of like breaking it down and having the action steps, right? So if you're, let's say you are booking a trip, right? And you have in your calendar, okay, I want to book the trip. Well, first you need to like make time to do the research to find out what flights you're going to have, and what resort you want to go to, and the dates that you want to do that, right? So you're going to have, instead of just say book trip, because it has so many like different compartments to it, you're going to put each individual action item onto your list, right? That's going to get you to your goal. Because otherwise, I have found that I have things on my list and they keep getting bumped. They keep getting bumped. They keep getting bumped. Why is that? Because I didn't have a clear view of like, I hadn't broken down the pieces of what needed to happen in order for that end result to happen, right? So if you're wanting to create a program for your clients, right? Like, and you put create program in here, and you're like, I have no earthly idea what that means or what the parts are, it's going to keep getting bumped, right? So take some time to, maybe in one of your time blocks, be like, have it be a creation time block, have it be one of your calm and quiet time blocks, because creative thought, all those creative ideas, that comes when you're calm and you're quiet and you allow the thoughts and the creation to flow, right? It's not like, okay, I gotta rush, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I gotta do this. Nothing's created in that moment. It's just you're in this push mentality, right? So that's another thing, is to make a list of your daily activities, and these are the action steps that you're going to take. And and if something's looking too big and it's been bumped on your list for a while, then take time to break it down and start making that big goal look smaller, because you'll find out that very quickly that goal will be attained because we broke it down into making it simple. Okay. And then the last one is, I'm going to bring back making sure to take time for yourself, right? Because we are so conditioned to just go, 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 right? And have that mental thought that if I'm not in action and I'm not doing things, then nothing is happening, right? And we almost have this really intense, like forceful, like energy behind us. And so when we have this forceful energy behind us, like that thing that we are looking to create, it's like pushing against, and it's resisting, right? Because we're pushing so hard. So when we are able to relax and let go and just like be like, I know this is going to happen, but I don't have to be in action to like allow it, then the energy just flows and it's able to come to you, right? Like you don't have to do all the things in order to like allow things to happen. So that comes back to taking time for you, getting quiet, getting calm, and right, like using that time to visualize, to dream, to connect with, those thoughts, or like if you have something that you're creating that you're wanting to find the answer to, then you you have that intention. Like the other day I was like, my mind was just so rushed and so full of everything, and I was like, you know what? Nothing's being accomplished. I'm feeling really disconnected from everything. So I am going to take a nap. So I set my alarm for 20 minutes. And before my nap, and I'm like, okay, I would love to have the answer to this, to this thing that I am creating or the solution that I'm looking for. And I laid down, I took a quick nap, and oh my gosh, like the ideas literally came to me while I was in that really relaxed, calm state. And I'm not going to say I like fell into a deep sleep, but I was definitely like dozing, and I felt revitalized. I had all these amazing ideas, like there was clarity, and it was all because I like quieted the mind and calmed down and just was like, you know what? I'm going to let it just come. I know the answer's here. This is my intention. And when I woke up, I wrote it down and I started taking action. So just make time for yourself. And whether that's going and taking a shower, going for a walk, taking a quick nap, um, getting a massage, like whatever you need to do, right? Like working out, whatever is going to help you to relax, it's so important to nurture yourself in that way, because otherwise you're going to keep running and getting to burnout, and you're not going to get where you want to go with that. Okay. So those are my tips for today. And I would love to hear like what you do if you have ways that you love to get into your creative flow. And if this makes sense, if you do the time blocking, I would just love to hear what your thoughts are on what I shared. All right, my friends, I hope that you received this and that it served you in some way today, helps you to create that more time and taking less, like creating less pressure. Um, because the whole goal of what we're doing is to have more freedom financially, with our time, and you don't want to be that uber successful person that is burnt out and running and working all the time, right? We all know those people, and I guarantee that that's not the goal. So let's look at how you can be really intentional with the time that you have to do those action steps and get more accomplished in less time so you have more time to live and to enjoy the fruits of your labors. All right, my friends, have an amazing Wednesday, and I'll talk to you soon.